Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Herbert to throw right away. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Herbert on first down now. Got his man, it's Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Herbert off of play action. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert looking middle, and it's incomplete. His defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Herbert now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Haskins' kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Wait. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tua going to throw. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there. It's 2nd down. The Dolphins at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Catch made right side by Wilson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
He was tackled at 46 yards line. A gain of 16 yards. Touchdown, Miami.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Down to about the 32.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on second and long. Herbert got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. To throw again on second down. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Tua sets up to pass it. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Here we go, set, clock 40.
In motion, Hill. Tua now on first down. Another catch there for Waddle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd down at 5. To the air again, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 52. Jaws red.
Now Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Tua. That one complete to Hill. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. Black open.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to pass. Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Wait.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, Hill, great grab. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So this drive spanned 7 plays, and it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. Got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tua now on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mostert is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. L.A. readies for its next possession. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 14. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Herbert now. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. On 1st down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Herbert back to the air. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now it's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert throwing again. That he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Tua now on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua, a quick slant to Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down and goal. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to try and go deep again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Let's go. I'm coming. I'm coming.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball.